I hope you've had a very encouraging morning with lots of ideas throwing about and about medical disability. Anyway, today is also incidentally our International Day for Older Persons, so I thought that we should commemorate it in some way, and I think it's relevant because aging and disability also go hand in hand. So I'm Shahrul, I'm currently president of MHAS, and so thank you for joining us on this momentous event on medical disability and assessment for damages, as well as today being the International Day for Older Person. The 1st of October, incidentally, is also my mother's birthday, so she's very upset with me being here today and not celebrating her birthday with her. So, while every day should be a day to celebrate the lives and contributions of the older person in our lives, they also are a tribute to society. We'd be remiss not to share this special day as dedicated by the United Nations, especially as Malaysia also embraces her own 65th year since our independence. So Malaysia is now joining the geriatric age group. This year's theme is quite apt, looking at the past 2 years that we've had, or 3 now. It's resilience of older persons in a changing world, as announced by United Nations. So the last 3 years has been hard for everyone, worldwide, but it's been especially hard for the older person who's not only faced social isolation, but had to endure serious vulnerabilities and forego medical care due to lockdowns. They had to withhold their routine checks, heavily disrupted, so a lot of things made their health and their access to that health a lot worse. So MHAS celebrates all these older individuals for their resilience and tenacity as we tread alongside their contributors and experiences. We can do all we can. We could all do with some of their wisdom as we tread this changing world and grow older ourselves with each passing day. So the COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated existing inequalities, intensifying the socio-economic, environmental, health and climate-related impacts on the lives of older people. So why do we celebrate the International Day for Older Persons? It serves to create awareness and remind us all of the significant roles that older people play in our communities. It gives us the opportunity to reflect on our own attitudes towards aging and older persons, because we too will grow old one day, some sooner or some later. So we all have our own rates. We need to seriously review social reforms required to alleviate unwarranted hardships that affect older persons' human rights. So I know some of you will probably be looking into this and championing this alongside autonomy and dignity of older people. All these are instrumental to our society's well-being. As the world recovers from the impact of COVID-19, positive efforts have been made. MHAS has been involved, and the Ministry of Health and other stakeholders are underway via Malaysian Health White Paper. However, we must acknowledge and include the voices and views of older persons at the center of all policy reviews and adjustments. This is essential as our country heads towards an aging nation status in just over a decade. Globally, the number of people aged 60 years and above outnumber children younger than 5 years old in 2020. Over the next 3 decades, the number of older people worldwide is projected to be more than double, reaching well over 1.5 billion persons in 2050. And 80% of them will be living in a majority low and middle income countries like Malaysia. A longer life with reasonable health is what we should aim for, because only with this come opportunities not only for the older persons and their families, but for our nation as a whole. These precious additional years provide the chance for us to pursue activities such as further education, a new career, or a long neglected passion. Older persons may contribute in many ways to their families and communities, but one key ingredient needed to ensure the extent of these opportunities and contributions is health.